What's up, internet? Current 1776 here, and I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick video. It may be quick, it may be longer. I don't know, because we're gonna time something. We're gonna see how long it takes something to do what it says it does. You know? So I don't know if it's gonna be a short video. I got some Dextreme Fire Plugs right here. This was recently sent in mission 120 of BattlBox. I've been very impressed with them. Back when I tested them several months ago, they worked really, really well. Conditions change, right? So I'm just curious, right? So when I tested these out, it was rather warm outside, nice, bright, dry, sunny day in the late summer. But here I am in February. It's a little bit cooler out. I got a little bit of a breeze out here. I want to test these again. Figured I'd bring you guys along. So they state it's got a burn time of 5+ minutes. And when I tested them in the summertime, they did that. I want to say it was somewhere around 7.5 minutes. Just one burning. Conditions are a little bit different now. I just want to test it out, right? So I've got my timer right here that I will set down by it. We'll fast forward through it because I know you don't want to sit there and stare at a piece of freaking fire starter burning for 5+ minutes. But let's see how long it burns, right? Cool thing is you get 50 of these dudes inside this bag right here. So great way to divvy out your fire making kits into multiple things, right? You can hide these things in your ball cap. If you got a Wazoo cash cap, you can hide them in your cash cap. You can hide them in your cash cap belt. You can hide these pretty much anywhere. But you got 50 of them, so you can divvy them out amongst different types of kits in different areas so that you're always sure that you've got a way to start fire with you. So these will take, you know, a lighter. Obviously, they'll take a spark from a ferrocerium rod like this one here that was also in mission 120 of BattlBox from Überleben. So I'm going to bring you guys down here. We're going to process this down a little bit. We're going to hit it with a spark. We're going to time it and see how long it actually burns in this condition right here. Ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. All right, so here's the bag. You can see there's a bunch of plugs in here. All right, we're going to take one of them right here. Got my phone with my timer. First thing we've got to do is process this down a little bit. So the easiest way to do it is to just start twisting, kind of rubbing it together, just moving it around. Take your fingernail, your thumbnail, kind of break into it a little bit. You don't have to do the entire thing, just enough to make a nice, fluffy, fibrous area for it to catch your spark. So we'll just do a little bit with it here. Get her fluffed up. That should work. So we'll set that right there. I will take my Überleben Zuden Special Edition BattlBox Überleben collaborated ferro rod right here. Really nice ferro rod. Give this thing a spark. And we are off to the races. So there's our timer. And we got us a flame going. See how long it goes. So when I tested this out in the late summer, it was not windy at all that day, and it was super hot. Today is cooler. It's kind of damp out, a little bit of a humid damp. Got a little more wind now than I did then, so it's a good test. It burns relatively clean. There is a little bit of a hint of black sooty smoke coming out of it, but it's not really, really bad in comparison to some others that I've used. But again, always remember this is a fire starter, right? So You want this to help you start your fire and get your fire established before you cook anything over it or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about, sooting up your food or any potential issues with that. You don't ever want to cook over a very sooty fire. I'm sorry if this video isn't very interesting at the moment, but hey, we got to see if it'll burn for 5+ minutes. Very curious in these conditions. Of course, this is going to vary greatly. It's going to vary greatly on the environment you're in, heck, altitude, the whole nine, right? So this isn't a definitive end-all be-all test by any means, but they state 5 minutes on the package. So let's see if it'll go for at least 5 minutes. Right now we got about 30 seconds more to go, and we still got a flame. Big old gust of wind. So it was just shy of 5 minutes. I'm at 4 minutes and 50 seconds right here. It's still got embers going and still smoking, but that big gust of wind kind of did it in right there. So it was right at 5 minutes. That gust of wind came in and finished it off. Just wouldn't stop this. So yeah, not bad. I'm not mad at it. Things happen. So we were right at 5 minutes. It's still got an ember going on here. I mean, I could with some good Tinder or whatever, I could probably get that back going again, but did very well. These things are really great. Now there's a lot of fire plug companies out there, but all of them aren't really created equal. I've tested a bunch of them, and I'd say there's probably 3 kind of outliers that are at the top in comparison to some of the other ones. This one's in the top 3, and they're all pretty much equal in that state. I don't see where one of the 3 actually, stands out from the other 2 in that group. But these definitely stand out in comparison to some of the other brands that are out there. So Dextreme Fire Plugs, I think, is a really good solution for a small fire tender that you can keep with you to help you get your fire started. Obviously, if I had protected it a little bit from the wind, we'd have definitely went over that 5 minute mark. But I just wanted to see it sitting here without any wind protection, just by itself, burning, see what it'll do, and get y'all's thoughts on it. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Again, this was in mission 120 of BattlBox, so it did pass the grade for it to be in that, because it worked great back in the summer when I tested these to start with. And I've used them quite a bit since then as well, and they've performed great. Interesting thing about these in comparison to others, these smell good. Don't eat them, but they actually smell good for some reason. So I don't know what, why, or how they pulled that off, but takes a spark very easily, and you should be able to get a fire going with it being able to burn for 5+ minutes depending on the condition. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I love you. I mean it. If you want some of these, we got them in our store at battlebox.com. You can go in there and purchase these if you want to. We do have a store there. It's not all subscriptions, right? So if you want a pack of these or you want more of these, that's where you can find them at battlebox.com in the store. Just search fire plugs or search Dextreme, and we'll ship them out to you. Yeehaw. A great thing to have in your kits. I love you and mean it. I'll see you next time with another video. Yeehaw.